Hello, everyone. Hold on for 1 second. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, thanks, Goose. Okay, so I hope everyone's doing good today. I got to tell you guys, I'm a little bit nervous about this live. I got more nervous when I talked to somebody, but I'm still going to do it anyway. So I'm okay if the chat is small because there's a person, a creator, who talked about this, what I'm going to talk about with JayZ in a minute, and she was threatened by his lawyers, and her channel got striked. So, not saying that it's going to happen to me because I'm a smaller channel, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying that that's going to happen with me, but I'm just, I'm a little worried, but we're going to do it anyway. How is everyone? How's your day today? I hope everyone's having a good Friday. I'll come on camera in a minute. Hold 1 second and we will get started, okay? Yeah, she was threatened by his attorneys. Though she's actually one of my favorite creators that I'll be talking about for the struggle for Black creators here on YouTube. She's one of my favorites. Her name is Lovely Teaya, and she covered this story a while ago, and she was threatened by JayZ's attorneys. Now, however, she has a bigger platform, obviously. She has like almost 1 million. She should have way more than that, though. She's been on YouTube for 15 years, probably, maybe even longer than that. So that should give you guys some indication how the struggle is real for Black creators. But we'll get into that on, when is that video? I don't even know. But I'm going to go warm up my coffee. It's kind of like a routine with me. And then I'll be right back. Okay? Okay, I'm back. Let me read the comments before we get started. Yes, it is a very important topic. I don't think it's a topic that's really covered enough, and I don't think that a lot of people will care about it, but that's not why we're here. We're here to bring awareness, do commentary, right? And sometimes makeup. But it's a very, very important topic because, you see people like Shane Dawson that has millions of subscribers for being disgusting, And then you see somebody like lovely Teaya, who is literally one of the best creators on this YouTube platform and hasn't even hit 1 million yet. And she's been on YouTube for 10 plus years. So that should tell you how it works here on YouTube. Hi, everyone. All right. So once again, I'm going to do a disclaimer and tell everybody, in no way, shape, or form am I insulting anyone who practices witchcraft, religion, anything like that. These are just conspiracy theories. They are not facts. These are just, this is a topic that I feel very strongly about, because celebrities do have so much power, especially over your children. They just do. It is what it is. And I want to spread awareness about it. And I want to be able to let people know, open up your mind, because, you know, when your children are watching TV, there are things that are right in front of you that you don't see. Thank you, Goose. Hi, Melissa. Hey, Steph. Hey to everyone. These are things that if you just have to pay attention. There's knowledge is power. There's nothing wrong with being aware. Did you delete this comment? Don't. No haters in the comments. No haters. But anyway, I just want people to be aware of what is around them. You know what I mean? It's important. It is. People don't understand that conspiracy theories are life. They're just life. Oh my gosh, I read that comment wrong. But anyway, no negative comments in the thing. I read that wrong. I'm sorry. That girl in Texas, which is a very pretty. Oh my God. You look like somebody that I know that. I'm sorry. You look like somebody that I know that we recently lost. You look exactly like her. Exactly that girl in Texas. It scared me for a minute there. You're like her freaking twin. Wow. But anyway, you just have to be aware of the things that are going on, things that are being used against your children. And I'm telling you right now, you guys, these are theories. These are not facts. Don't get offended, please. I'm not trying to insult anybody and their belief, but I believe what I believe. And I believe that we're being brainwashed, you guys. We just are. It is what it is. And most of it is led by sex. Should I even say that? Am I allowed to say that? Oh, wow. Then I was supposed to join your channel for a reason. Yes. Yes. If, like, you were to get a hold of me, I can show you her. You look exactly like her. Exactly like her twin. Hold on. I got to pull up my live, you guys. I just want you guys to go into this with an open mind. I said this on the last video, and I'm going to say it on this one. Why is it not saying that I'm live? Oh, never mind. Duh. Hold on, you guys. Okay. It's going to be a little bright in here, but that's okay. I got the reminder that you were live. Yeah, for a minute there, it wasn't saying it. So, but anyway, just keep an open mind and please don't get offended by anything. These are just conspiracy theories. They're not facts. But just open up your mind a little bit, okay? I'm actually going to go back to blonde here soon, but I love red hair. The only thing I don't like about red hair, and I just noticed this when I did a video, it like brings out, it makes you look pale. Am I going crazy? It kind of makes you look pale. Like, even though I'm brown skin, but my skin is on the lighter side because why? We really, you know, been locked up inside the house. You know, we finally started getting back to our regular lives and going outside, but I've just noticed that it makes you look very light. You're one of those that look good in any color. I can't wear blonde. Oh, I think you can, Steph. Absolutely. I mean, I love red hair on you. Hey, Drama Archives. How are you, beautiful? Yeah, it's because it's a warm color. That must be what it is. Because I was looking at myself. I'm like, I look gray. Like, and that's not my color. Obviously, there's lights and everything. But hold on one second. Okay, sorry. But yes, red hair can make you look lighter in a way. No clue why. Yeah, I think just like what Boston said, it's I think it's just because it's a warm tone color, like Boston said. But yeah, I kind of miss the blonde, but I will always go back to red because I do think red is a beautiful color. Okay, let's get started. I think there's enough people in here. Good. Thank you guys all for being here. Oh my God, I'm so nervous right now. Why am I so nervous? Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to share my screen. When I went pink, they asked if I wanted to go warm or cool, and they said cool would bring out a darker skin tone. That makes sense. It does. It makes a lot of sense. All right, I'm gonna try not to keep you guys too long because I don't want it. Oh my God. Because they're back, I'm trying to get them back on their regular schedule too, but they're driving me nuts. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen real quick. And the first thing that we're gonna get into is it would be kind of cool if you guys You're right, Boston. I mean, I would be upset, but it would be kind of cool. A strike is not good. It is not good, but that would be kind of cool, though. I never thought of it that way. I'm going to put on a blonde wig for a video so we can all see how weird I look. You won't look weird. I can tell. I can tell stuff. Good. I'm glad you like conspiracy theories drama. We do a little bit of drama here, too. If you have a channel, feel free to drop it in the chat if you want to. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. We're in it. We definitely got on a lot of topics, mostly about Beyonce. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, it's going to be mostly about Beyonce. JayZ is obviously epic. He is a phenomenon, in my opinion. However, Beyonce is more famous than JayZ. She just is. One thing I will tell you guys is even though Beyonce and JayZ, I think, I haven't figured out if they're puppets yet. If other people are pulling the strings, I wouldn't doubt if that's the case. However, they are very amazing people and have done a lot for people all over the world, especially the Black community as a whole. So I want that to be clear. They are, just because they practice what they practice or they believe what they believe does not mean that they're horrible people. There's just an agenda being pushed, and either they're being used or they're pushing it on their own, right? Okay, so wait a minute. Let me stop that. Hold on one second, you guys. Okay, 1 second here. I'm going to bring this up. Or never mind, I'll do it like this. Okay, you guys. We're going to start off with JayZ, like I said. I'm going to give you guys a little information that is very, very scary. I don't want to say scary, but it's definitely, I don't know. Okay, so right here, I want you to meet this person here. I'm going to put this on pause, okay? I don't know why they make him look like that. Like, don't do that. Okay. Okay, so see this woman here? Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. I'm going to give you guys my own story, but I'm going to use this picture. So her name is Cathy White, okay? And apparently, Cathy White was JayZ's mistress. Excuse me. She was JayZ's mistress, okay? This, I'm pretty sure, happened in 2012, which was in September. JayZ and somebody else, also Cathy White, which is this lady here, was spotted at a Las Vegas nightclub. It's called Tad Nightclub, or Jad. Tad, I can't even read my own writing. Tad or Jad, whatever. And they were sitting at the table with JayZ and Puffy, P. Diddy. P. Diddy's another story. Oh, don't worry. We'll be talking about him too with his freaking, never mind. But they were sitting at a table. Beyonce was nowhere to be seen. So obviously we do know that JayZ was caught cheating on Beyonce. And I'm pretty sure he cheated on Beyonce with multiple women. Okay. So they had their entourage with them. And then it was revealed that he was also seen at a boxing match where it was Floyd Mayweather and versus, I don't know who that person is. Whoever Floyd Mayweather fought, he beat them. He beats everybody, right? Cathy White was with him at that time too. Apparently, JayZ was sleeping with Cathy way before his marriage to Beyonce. So basically, he was cheating with her prior to meeting Beyonce, I guess. Okay, so 2 weeks prior to Cathy's death, she was 28 years old. Beautiful, beautiful. May God rest her soul. The affair came to light between her and JayZ in 2011. Cathy was contacted by a major tabloid that was investigating JayZ in the, I guess, a connection that him and Cathy had. They wanted a little bit of information to go on. She gave them a little bit of information to go on. But according to a source, following her conversations with the tabloid, she called JayZ and told him that she was going to go public with their affair for a price. So that's meaning she wouldn't. No. Actually, that's meaning if they pay her the right amount of money, she was going to go public with the affair. She told the tabloid that for the right price. Why she told JayZ, I have no idea. But that's what she said. I guess she wanted to let him know. So this all happened in the last 2 weeks or so from the time that she was seen with him and then talking to the tabloid. So she threatened to reveal their relationship. Now, mind you, JayZ and Beyonce were married by this time, okay? This is actually at the time where 2011, I'm pretty sure, didn't Beyonce announce she was pregnant? I think so, but I'll have to look that up. After she had threatened JayZ that she was going to go public, not even 48 hours after the announcement that Beyonce was pregnant with JayZ's baby. Okay, so Beyonce was pregnant with JayZ's baby. She's threatening to go public. Obviously, maybe he was trying to cut her off or something. So the following events occurred. A 911 call came in from the apartment in 130 West 19th Street in Manhattan. An ambulance came and took Cathy because she was sick. They told her, well, they took her to Beth Israel Hospital where she died. Beyonce knew about Cathy because Cathy's friend said Beyonce called threatening her and acting insane a couple years ago. I'm not saying I don't believe that either. Initially, the cause of death was reported as blunt force trauma to the head. Okay, so it was an outside injury. Later, this hospital claimed the cause of death was reported as a brain aneurysm. In related news, this is the fourth publicist to die under mysterious circumstances. Ronnie Chasen was murdered in Beverly Hills, a black publicist affiliated with Lil' Kim. She was thrown off a rooftop to her death, and a black publicist / stylist died on blunt force trauma to the head a few years ago too. So that is my little investigation. So how is it that this woman goes to the hospital and at first they announce that she has blunt force trauma to the head, and then they turn around and say hours later that it was a brain aneurysm? Something ain't right. You cannot go from a blunt force trauma to the head to a brain aneurysm. Does that make any sense? Because if you say blunt force trauma to the head, that means that you've seen something. Obviously, the doctor's seen something there, and then all of a sudden it was changed. And let me tell you, JayZ has enough money to change that. Let's be real here. So I find it very ironic that this woman was going to go, this beautiful woman was going to go public right around the time that Beyonce announced that she was pregnant. And the thing is that I'm assuming that she maybe wanted to go public because maybe JayZ, you know how women are, they get jealous. You know, you never know. She might have been pregnant by JayZ. These are all allegedly, but you still never know. She could have been, and maybe she was made to do something. You just don't know. So at the end of the day, how is it that you say this woman had blunt force trauma and then hours later you change it to a brain aneurysm? And I'm pretty sure, but let me look it up. I think it was the day after they changed it to a brain aneurysm. And this woman's 28 years old. Is that normal for a woman of being that young? I find it weird. I find it very weird. Okay. So that's you can definitely say that this is more of a conspiracy theory. This is all allegedly, but it kind of shows you how much power this man has, right? It really does. Hey, hold on a second. We will go through this, and I will try to remember to link this down below. She's very pretty. Beautiful, beautiful woman. I believe it. Okay. Maybe I don't, but I don't know. What do you guys think? You don't find that weird? Well, she pretty much. That's very interesting. Okay, let me stop the screen for a second. And hold on 1 second. Okay, so what do you guys think about that and whatnot? Let me know in the comments. Let me read some of the comments before I move on to the next thing. Kim Kardashian 5-minute marriage in 2011. How did the story come out that she told JayZ she was going to expose the affair? That I don't know. that part I don't know. The only way that I would know, the only thing that I can assume, and this is all allegedly, but the only thing I can assume is that she may have told the tabloid. She may have told the tabloid, look, I'm going to come out with more information and I'm going to make sure I let JayZ know. It could be anything. Anybody could have leaked that. A friend from grad school randomly had when she's 25 released that out of nowhere. Yeah, I guess it can happen, but that's weird. To me, that's weird. To first say blunt force trauma to the head, then switch it to an aneurysm, that's weird. You think she contacted the publicist and told her about the affair? No, a publicist contacted her, Boston. A publicist contacted her because a lot of people knew about the affair and they wanted the story, because here's JayZ and Beyonce acting as though they're just this perfect couple, and we all know that they're not. We know that things happen behind closed doors. That's why you should never, ever, ever envy or idolize celebrities, because they are no different from us. No different. They have struggles every day. Look at Britney Spears. Look at a lot of people. And we have to instill that in our children. Yeah, she was very beautiful stuff. Yes, he was with Beyonce. He actually was with her. You're probably asking these questions way before, but he was actually with Beyonce prior. No, he was with this woman, Cathy White, prior to even being with Beyonce. I think obviously it looked this happened under suspicious circumstances to me, and JayZ has enough money to make things like that happen. If blunt force trauma hadn't been mentioned, there wouldn't be as much of a problem. Exactly. Had it not been mentioned, had they not said that first, really, I don't think we would be concerned or even talking about it, or there wouldn't be a story. But since they said that first, that's weird. And then we have JayZ and Beyonce, who are literally billionaires, they can make anything happen, you guys. And no one, Beyonce admits herself that she is a jealous woman. She admits it herself. She's jealous and possessive. So definitely something to think about with them. Okay, so I don't know if a lot of you guys are familiar with MK Ultra. If you are, please put one in the chat. If not, then I want to go over it before I show you this next clip. You know what's so crazy? My child was just falling asleep. What's better, jealous or crazy? Well, I don't know. That's a good question, Boston. Oh my God, who falls off a building? Is that really what supposedly happened? Yeah, for one of the other publicists, yeah. You're familiar with it. Okay. One of the publicists got, not this specific one that I'm talking about with JayZ, but another publicist actually was pushed off a building. It's a lyric from Hold Up. Oh, shit. Is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Good one. What's worse, looking jealous or crazy? Jealous or crazy? Yep, that's true. Good one. Good one, Boston. Okay, so if you are familiar with MK Ultra, we all know what it is. Beyonce, to me, I don't I haven't quite put my finger on it, what she is, you guys, yet. Not what she is, but if she is a victim of MK Ultra. Because here's something that we have to realize when it comes to MK Ultra. You're brainwashed. You're literally a freaking walking, talking robot. That's what you are. And this was definitely something that everybody questioned with Beyonce, and it definitely started making people look at her in a different way when this clip came out, and I'm going to show you. Because of the whole Sasha Fierce and, you know, obviously letting another entity enter her body and things like that, it definitely makes sense that she would have some kind of glitches, right? And if you didn't see my last video, part 1, definitely go watch it. Let me give you guys share a little bit with you about MK Ultra, and it's very common among celebrities, right? So now I have that song in my head. Let's just type in MK Ultra. Wait a minute. No. This is one of my favorite as far as, and I will definitely put him in the description below. Please, mods, don't let me forget to put these people's description below. Who the hell is that? I don't know who that is. Oh my gosh, did his channel get taken down? Where's all his videos? Oh my, I think his channel may have been taken down. Jay Myers is a guy who does documentaries about MK Ultra. He's not here anymore. Okay, that you see what they do? They try to silence us, you guys. That's what they do. They took his channel down. I guarantee it. Okay. I just want to I think I spelled celebrities wrong. I just want to give you guys a little bit of a taste on what MK Ultra is. Yeah, the Avril Lavigne conspiracy theory. That one is just... Let me show you guys this clip first, okay? So here, right here. No, I'm not using that one. Forget it. Not that one. I'm gonna do this one.
Everybody up. He made his point. George White was not a man of understatement or subtleties. His boss at OSS, Stanley Lovell, referred. George White was not a man of understatement, interested in the possibilities LSD and other drugs presented for mind control. The Army Chemical Corps first started working with the CIA and then branched off on its own. It too tested drugs on unwitting victims, and a death would result. The case of this man, Harold Blower, a tennis pro, seen here with his daughter Elizabeth, is well known. In 1953, Blower was a private patient at the New York State Psychiatric Institute. He was given 5 injections of a mescaline derivative that was being tested secretly for the Army Chemical Corps. With the 5th injection, Harold Blower died. As with the Olson case, a 22-year cover-up followed, until finally the Army admitted the real details of Blower's death. Since the initial news stories of Harold Blower's death motivated the
Yeah, this is boring. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of taste of what MK Ultra is, and then we're going to do something else real quick, because I want you guys to get a good idea. This is something that they practice on celebrities, I feel like, more now. Okay. Project MK Ultra. Why does it feel like my thing is too loud? MK Ultra is the code name given to a program of experiments on human subjects that were designed and undertaken by the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, some of which were illegal. Experiments on humans were intended to develop procedures and identify such drugs as LSD to be used in interrogations in order to weaken the individual and force confessions through brainwashing and psychological torture. The project was organized through the Office of Scientific Intelligence of the CIA and coordinated with the United States Army Biological Warfare Laboratories. Other code names for drug-related experiments were Project Bluebird and Project Artichoke. The operation was officially sanctioned in 1953, reduced in scope in 1964, and further curtailed in 1967. It was officially halted in 1973. The program also engaged in illegal activities, including the use of U.S. and Canadian citizens and its unwitting test subjects, which does that say unwitting? Yeah, unwitting test subjects, which led to controversy regarding its legitimacy. MK Ultra used numerous methods to manipulate its subjects' mental states and brain functions. Techniques included the covert administration of high doses of psychoactive drugs, especially LSD, and other chemicals, electroshocks, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, isolation, and verbal and sexual abuse, in addition to other forms of torture. So now you guys get an idea what MK Ultra is. It's definitely very unorthodox, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to ask you guys, let me see here. Okay, so I'm going to pull this up, and this caused a lot of controversy. So you guys tell me what you think when you see this, okay? Let me make sure you guys can controversy. So you guys tell me what you think when you see this, okay? So hold on.
here in the headshot by you. There's a nice item of the game. It's a We Are Brooklyn t-shirt. It's only 24. You can pick it up tonight for $15. Now, then, because I love Brooklyn and I love this item of the game, I'm giving away after you to again easily at Allen's Love. And Allen's Love to be a free location, hashtag We Are Brooklyn, and you'll get a t-shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in Symone tonight's SW24 Security Solutions Hero of the Game, Glen Martin of New York City. As full-time real estate executive, Christian and David.
There's no music going on, okay? The music is off, so just watch.
In addition, that was a key player in helping a Fountain's future HSS training center located in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. I'm also giving back to the community as the founder of Group 1934, which provides support to the world's up-and-coming artists. Amid all this, let me not be here tonight. These fighters emphasize the same determination that is used to make Brooklyn a better place. One is represented tonight by White Jan and Children Rio Lee. Please join SW24 Security Solutions and Nets and show your appreciation for one's leadership and his contribution to making Brooklyn what it is today.
Okay. So, DMT is a psychoactive drug, and I guess a lot of celebrities do it. I will look that up in a second because I know that Don was saying something about that. The U.S. government was paranoid about brainwashing by the Chinese and Soviets, so it was originally developed to counter that. Right, Melissa? Either she has headphones on or she's listening to music. Well, she's not listening to any music. Not when she was swaying back and forth. And I don't think she has headphones on in a basketball game. I personally don't think that she was high either. I think something was going on there. Wow, it's just going on and she's not stopping. She's literally walking back and forth. Hey, Rosie. It's very weird. It's very questionable to me. It seems as though there was a glitch going on with her, or I don't know, but it's sad to me, you guys. MK Ultra, you guys, is abuse. That's what it is. It's literally abuse. And I feel like CIA, the CIA and all of them, I feel like they use it a lot on a celebrity, because if you really think about it, there's something called the Monarch, MK Ultra or whatever. And there's different, like, you literally create different altars, okay? And I think one of the biggest questions that I have when it comes to MK Ultra is not a question, but people, it's so hard to explain. It's when you're forced to make a different alter, ego because of the abuse. If you ever, listen to celebrities, a lot of these celebrities have different personalities or different alter egos, right? And you see that a lot when you see people with, like, when you see celebrities with butterflies all the time. What do you think? Do you think they just have butterflies just because of what a butterfly represents? Or when you always see different celebrities with leopard print on, there's Sex Kitten. I think it's called the Sex Kitten one, alter ego. But I really do feel like that's why a lot of celebrities are able to work so robotically and not get hardly any rest and just go, because they're under MK Ultra, in my personal opinion. Some of them. But it's like, okay, I'll look at that, Goose. But it's like, something's not right here. To me, that it didn't look like she was high at all to me. Unless she put Visine in her eyes, like she looked gone, like she was in another place. You know what I mean? And this happens a lot with celebrities, right? A lot of celebrities have been caught glitching when it comes to MK Ultra. Is that a video, Goose? Or no? That's just directing me to the channel. There's no why is it not playing? I wanted to see it first. I read my comment, Teaya, on what I meant when I said she looked. Read my comment, Teaya, on what I meant when I said she looked high. What do you mean, Boston? Either she has headphones on and is listening to music, or she... High meaning on psychoactive. Okay, let's look up DMT, you guys, and see what this is all about. Because I know that Only Positive Intentions, she mentioned it, and I didn't see her comments. And I'm sorry if she comes in or whatever. I'm sorry that I didn't see her comments. But let's look that up really quickly, because I guess that's something that a lot of celebrities are doing now. So let's look that up. It's getting a little bit better with this, you guys. Just a little bit with this StreamYard crap. Okay. DMT. Well, it's not coming up. How about I put with celebrities? Okay, let's try this one. Okay, so DMT, what exactly is that? Is that like LSD? Steve Jobs experimented with LSD in his late teens. He called it one of the 2 or 3 most important things he ever did. Jobs credits his outside the box perspective to LSD. It made him think of the world in a different way. Aldous Huxley was a British-born author, best known for writing Brave New World. He was one of the greatest writers of the 20th century. In addition to Brave New World, he also wrote Doors of Perception and Heaven and Hell. 2 short works detailing the effects of psychedelics and consciousness. Susan Sarandon. Oh my gosh, she's one of my favorite actresses. Sarandon is well known. She's a well-known advocate for psychedelics. Thanks in part to the touching tribute she gave to her Timothy Leary, the father of LSD and Burning Man, in 2015. Huh. That's so weird. I've never heard of it. So basically, it's like, I'm gonna have to look more into this. Basically, it's like LSD, I guess. It's like a trip. Huh. Okay. One more thing I'm going to share with you guys real quick. I am going to... Hold on. What am I looking up? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. I want you guys to see this real quick. Not the whole thing, just some of it.
Doing in a place like this. It is so much better now. What's your name again?
Stuntman Mike.
I'm Stuntman Mike. I'm Butterfly.
This is my first therapy session.
Okay, great. Ever.
I don't even know how to do this.
Yeah.
I just have always wanted to try it out.
Why have you always wanted to try it out?
I just have always wanted to try it out.
With your feet in the air and your head.
What's crazy is they have movies about this. Please understand that predictive programming is real and it's happening right before your eyes, especially in Hollywood.
Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind?
Who is that? I don't know who she is.
Hello.
All right, this is what I want you guys to see. Oh my God. I think Melissa had something like this on her channel. I'll link her channel below. Look at this. Just pay attention.
Oh
my God, that was so weird.
Hello.
He's just stuck. don't know what that is. Whoops. Just you stop. Can we see that thing again? I want to see that again. How is it?
His memory's coming back. Yeah, his memory's coming back.
That's where Ness is.
Shush. All right.
Yes.
Okay. All right, you guys. So now you get kind of, all right. Stop it. Now you guys kind of get the idea of why when you see Beyonce stuck in a trance like that, God bless you, that means something. It seems like a glitch or something. I don't know. And it seems like it's happening more. Okay. It seems like it's happening more or less a lot. And we really don't pay attention to it, do we? Thank you, Goose. Thank you, Boston. They said, bless you. Now, enough. You were just about to fall asleep. Get out there right now and lay down.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. So we're kind of going to move on from that, but I do feel like MK Ultra is something that I want to dive deeper into when it comes to celebrities, because at the end of the day, it's torture. That's what it is. It's mental torture. And these celebrities are forced to create an altar. And to be honest with you, you have to be, I don't know what it is. You have to have a certain IQ to even be able to come close to them experimenting with you when it comes to MK Ultra. Because you literally create alter egos to cope. That's literally what it is when it comes to celebrities, at least. But now that we got into pretty much JayZ, we're kind of Beyonce now. We're going to go back into her. So Beyonce, like I told you guys, there are some times when I watch Beyonce and I get into a trance. It's very, very weird. Not saying that it happens to everybody, but it does happen to some. Sorry, it does happen to some. I do, but some of those looks like pretty intense zone out. I agree 100%. And it's definitely something that I feel like is going on. And I just don't know if I think that Beyonce is a victim of it. See, when it comes to celebrities, and when I think of Beyonce, she started off as her father being her manager / to me, I call him a handler. And then to also a handler is somebody who, see, have you explained this before? And it totally happens to me too. I get sucked into watching all of her videos. See, it's not just me, thank God, but it does. It's very weird. Don't get me wrong. Beyonce is one of the best performers of our time. And I'm a very different type of female. I can go from listening to Britney Spears to then going and listening to System of a Down, then listening to Beyonce, then listening to 9 Inch Nails. That's just how I am. I'm not a big country fan, but I do like Sam Hunt. Sam Hunt, love me some Sam Hunt. Okay. But I enjoy Beyonce's music. I feel like a lot of her music is very uplifting and inspirational. Not like that, Heather. Although when I'm driving, I think, shit, I don't ever remember going through that intersection. I'm kind of on autopilot. Right. I watched one video from Lemonade and had to go watch them all. Yes, make sure. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Steph. So that's just the type of person that I am. I can listen. I love all music. All music does. Music is obviously hypnotizing. It does something to you. It makes you. Don't like country too much, but Pasty Klein and Dolly Parton are my jam. Yeah, I don't know. I like some of Dolly Parton's music though. But Sam Hunt, I just adore him, and I like Lee Brice too. I actually grew up with Lee Brice's wife. So, all right, so let's talk about Beyonce. So, Beyonce obviously was very vocal about Sasha Fierce. Sasha Fierce being her alter ego, and it's the person that she kind of calls upon when she goes on stage. And then after a while, she said she killed Sasha Fierce. Sasha Fierce didn't exist anymore. Now, did she do that because she became Sasha Fierce? Because eventually that's what you do. That's what happens. When you invite entities to take over your body, eventually, when you invite them to come into your body, eventually they're going to take over, right? They're going to take over your whole body. You're not supposed to invite anyone to come into you, okay? But that's what she believes. I don't know them, Steph. Yes, music connects with your emotions. So do you think Rihanna was romantically involved with JayZ? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because see, here's the thing that I personally think when it comes to JayZ and Beyonce. JayZ is, stop it. JayZ is technically, he calls himself a king. Actually, he wears a medallion, and it's like obviously a very, very expensive medallion that represents him being a god. But he considers himself as being a king. And every king has a harem, right? I will always believe that JayZ had mistresses. I don't know if he does now. I wouldn't doubt it. I hope and pray that he doesn't. But I wouldn't doubt it if he did. I just wouldn't. Beyonce talks about voodoo in that song where she talks about what she's made of and where she's from. She does? Well, I want you guys to tell me what you think about these lyrics really quickly here. What do you call them? Hold on 1 second. I got to think of the song. Well, never mind. I'll just find it on, because I can't say this song. I'm going to type it in here. Okay, let's just go to this real quick. Okay, so Lemonade obviously was very popular. You guys know that. It's my favorite album by her. No, those aren't the lyrics. Okay, so I'm going to read it to you guys because I know you guys aren't going to be able to see it. This was to her song, what the hell is that song called? I think it's Hold Up. No. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, she actually, that's another thing that I do want to bring up. But yeah, she the name of the song I think is from Hold Up, but let me read the lyrics to you. I tried to change, close my mouth more, tried to be softer, prettier, less awake. I whipped my own back and asked for dominion at your feet, threw myself in a volcano, drank the blood and drank the wine, sat alone and begged and bent at the waist for God, which they didn't capitalize God, which is just, you don't do that. I grew thick in skin on my feet. I bathed in bleach and plugged my menses with pages from the holy book, but still inside me, coiled deep, was the need to know, are you cheating on me? Now, those lyrics are kind of sad, right? Like, those are very sad lyrics. However, I plugged my menses with pages from the holy book. So basically, she's saying that she used the Bible as a tampon. That's what she's saying. So she's talking about whipping her own back at dominion at his feet, which to me personally, she's talking about JayZ. Look up the lyrics on Google and then you can show them without getting a strike. Denial, that's the name. That's what it's called. So basically that's what so I guess that could be interpreted in different ways. I plugged my menses with pages from the holy book. How would you guys take that? I would take that as meaning something evil, like pages from the holy book you use as a pad. It is very evil to me. However, you could interpret that as, you can interpret that in many different ways. And see, that's what the problem is when it comes to these type of things, because it can be interpreted in different ways. It could also mean that she's trying to be perfect, for her husband. And we all know, I'm playing devil's advocate here. We all know that when we're on our menstrual cycle, we get a little bit cray-cray. You know, we say mean things. We have an attitude. It's something that just happens. We get emotional, you know, sometimes, not all the time. I do. I know that I do. I know right prior to my menstrual cycle, I am just horrible. I'm horrible. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to talk to nobody. I get depressed. I get bad PMS. I do. I get very emotional. I get paranoid. Like there's a lot of things that happen prior, you know. I get moody. I will snap on you at the drop of a dime. I will lose my temper a lot easier. So that could mean, like I said, it could be interpreted as different ways. But why say I plug my menses with pages from the Holy Book? That is just, but it still can be thought of differently. You know, when you're trying to be perfect for a man because you think he's cheating on you, literally talking about her husband, JayZ, like he's a god. I whipped my own back at dominion at your feet. That literally means that you are calling your husband a god, right? And you plugged your menses with pages from the Holy Book because I guess that could mean that you're trying to be perfect. And obviously, when you're on your menstrual cycle, you change, right? So it does. It sounds like witchcraft to me, I think, Bossman. It seems a poet wrote that for her. Yes, a poet wrote, oh my gosh, I can't remember her name, but she is a feminist poet, and she's amazing. Don't get me wrong. But that, yes, Worcestershire, yes. I don't know. It definitely sounds very weird to me. And as far as when it comes to voodoo, I remember Steph mentioning that. I guess in Beyonce's past, I'm pretty sure her, who is it? Her great grandmother was a witch. There's a story behind that too. There's a story behind that. Yes. Worcestershire. And she's an amazing poet, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that to me, I don't like that. I don't like that. Using the Bible, no. That just sounds weird. However, it is what it is, right, you guys? Like, you know, everybody can interpret that differently. To me, I interpret that as something very evil. Why would you want to do that? It could, there's deeper meanings that obviously she could have said that for, but to me, it's just, I don't give a shit about that's, to me, she's saying, I don't give a shit about the Bible. It is, Rosie. You are so right. It is. And I'll show you guys. Hold on one second. What the hell is that woman's name again? What did I say her name was? Is it Marina? Oh. Yep, that's her. There's so many things that I could show you guys when it comes to this stuff. So this lady right here is Marina Abramovic. She worked closely with JayZ, and I will show you guys. She worked very closely with JayZ. She is a known witch. And the thing is about her is she is in like her 70s, and she looks very good for her age. But JayZ and Beyonce worked very closely with her and I'm going to show you. If you're not familiar with her, there's something that I do want to show you where she talks about menstrual blood. Oh, for goodness sakes. There's so much stuff out there, you guys, that you just can't escape it. It's everywhere. It's all over.
He was like, want to know about the first one? Next 3 months, he was looking for a chance. Lady got a bit Emperor's new clothes.
She is an artist. I don't want to be showing too much in here because no. We got to back out of that because she's psycho. She's just got this evil aura about her that just rubs me the wrong way. Okay, so this is about spirit cooking, you guys. Watch this for a second. This is about spirit cooking. And she is putting ingredients up that you need to use. There are a lot of celebrities, politicians that are involved with her. Knife cut deeply into finger. Eat. Is that blood? It looks like blood. That looks like blood, not paint. With sharp knife cut deeply into the middle finger of your left hand, eat the pain. Yeah, I think that's blood. I do. Who the hell's blood is she using? The fuck? Wow. Fresh morning urine, sprinkle over nightmare and dreams. Spin around until you lose consciousness. Try to eat all the questions of the day. Why does that look like blood? What the fuck? I'm just skimming through this, you guys, because nobody wants to see her. I'm just trying to see all the stuff that she's saying here. Oh, God. Spirit cooking. This is part of her art. She just had to keep still for a certain amount of time while a snake crawled all over her. This is just part of what she says is art. Wasn't it, Rosie? Oh my goodness. I don't understand what the snake is about, but obviously there must be some kind of meaning behind that too. Face the wall, press your head against the mineral pillow, wait until the energy is transmitted. I think that's it. But that gives you guys a good idea of her. JayZ was involved with her for a good amount of time. JayZ and Beyonce. She was in a video with JayZ right here.
In case you missed it, Kohl's home sale is going on now. Get up to 20% off Shark vacuums. Up to 20%.
It's a serpent. Yep. Sorry, you guys. I'm going to have to turn that music off. But this is a ritual dance, or she taught him some kind of dance to do. But as you can see, he worked very closely with her. It's crazy, you guys. And she is actually the one who, remember when Pedestra was caught receiving emails from her. I mean, everyone goes to, there are a lot of people that are involved with her. Lady Gaga is. JayZ and Beyonce was. I don't think they are anymore, but you never know. She might have got them where they needed to be. But this is her and him, and I think she's teaching him some kind of dance to do to hypnotize his audience. Here's another one. Yeah, she's staring at it. You guys, the rabbit hole goes deep. I could be here for hours if I really wanted to be, okay? Like, I really could. But I'm not going to keep you guys for hours, okay? Just trying to give you guys a little idea. We're going to end it with Beyonce and Oshun, and I will show you that and who Beyonce, I guess, calls upon now. Summons. Like, it's so, I don't know what it is, you guys, but yeah, people think I'm a witch, you guys, because I wear black all the time. Black is my favorite color. It has nothing to do with, people need to quit equating black with evil. It's like our brains are trained to think that, and it's not true. But I see her in all black, and it's just odd. But there is a picture of her with Beyonce. If I can find it, I will bring it up. If not, that's all right. You see JayZ with her, so you know, obviously, knock it off. So you know, obviously, Beyonce would be involved with her too. I'm going to change the battery in my camera. I mean, just look at her, you guys. Look at her. I don't want to look at her anymore. Okay. I don't. I got to change my battery, you guys. Yeah. Actually, somebody has messaged me before and asked me if I was. They said, if you are, I can't support you anymore. I'm like, what? I mean, no, I'm not. People are so silly. But yes, I've been asked that before. I think because I do wear black a lot, but it's my favorite color, and I think it looks good on camera. I'm not saying other colors wouldn't, but it's my favorite color. Shit, people just, so judgmental. Not that I'm saying that there's anything wrong with being a witch, but I do have a problem with evil witches. Not gonna lie, I just do. But that's me. Knock it off, Josiah. I'm not gonna tell you again. Hold on, you guys. I'm just plugging in my camera. Here we go. Okay. So let me read some comments here to see what you guys think. Heather, her name is Marina Abramovic. Yeah, a lot of people, I guess people, I've always wondered that, because if you guys really think about it, we're always told that black is bad. Remember, like if you think back, if you see a black cat, that's supposed to be bad luck, right? Thank you, Boston. We're kind of programmed to think that black is bad. And that's the problem. That's the problem with the world today in general. And I'm talking about in general, as far as even with black people, it is insane. I wear black all the time and I'm not a witch. It's slimming. Right, Rosie? You guys have been so great. Thank you so much for interacting with me and just talking to me. I'm going to be all over random with mentioning things. It's definitely a rabbit hole. So I want to introduce you guys to somebody that Beyonce calls upon now. And her name is Oshun. Let me give another disclaimer. In no way am I criticizing African spirituality. African spirituality is something actually that I'm very interested in. Okay. It's very controversial in a lot of ways. And I'm talking about it goes all the way back into slave days by society saying that back in the day with slaves, they were forced to they were forced to worship Jesus. They were forced to go by the Bible, and some slaves would, some slaves wouldn't. However, if you really think about it, every story is the same no matter who it is that you choose to believe in. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. Stop it. Anything to keep himself awake. You guys know how that is. 2 more weeks, you guys. 2 more weeks. The night shift will be over. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to go on to good old YouTube again. I live on YouTube, you guys. I ain't even going to lie. I ain't even about to lie. I love YouTube. Okay, so I just want to give you guys a little bit of background on Oshun. And to be honest with you, this beautiful lady right here, see her? I watch her a lot. She's freaking gorgeous, and she has a beautiful way of telling a story, okay? And I will put her down in the description below as well. She's just amazing, and this is what she practices. She practices African spirituality. And I'm pretty sure she is Yemayai. Yemayai or Yemaye? Well, I may be pronouncing it wrong, but there's a story with every single person that you choose to worship, okay? And Oshun is a Yoruba goddess, okay? I'm actually not going to bring her up right now. I'm just going to show you who Oshun is, and this is who Beyonce summons, or whatever you call it. But if you are interested in African spirituality, she is amazing, and her name is Black Witch Yaya, and she's just so good at informing you about this, informing you about African spirituality. And if you connect more with Oshun, there are different goddesses that you can obviously connect with, and Oshun is who Beyonce connects with and says that who she is. That's what she says. She walks around with the Oshun energy, and she actually says that in one of her songs that's called Black Parade. I think she says, with my Oshun energy, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys here. Very interesting.
Sensuality, love, and fertility, whose followings span from West Africa across the Atlantic into North and South America. On this episode of Humble History, we'll dive deep into the beliefs and religion around the Yoruba goddess Oshun. Let's get into it right now. Originated from the Yoruba people in West Africa, Oshun is said to be one of the first goddesses created. She is one of the Orishas, or the intermediaries between human.
That is what they call these goddesses, you guys, is Orishas. Okay, and it's kind of up to you. Thank you so much, Goose. I appreciate that. Yeah, but she refers to herself as a witch, yes, Boston, but I don't think that she doesn't spew any. All she talks about is African spirituality. So thank you so much, Goose. She's awesome.
The supreme god. In the Yoruba religion, the universe is filled with Orishas, each possessing their own unique powers, and they handle all issues related to humanity and serve as enforcers of justice and retribution. Oshun is considered one of the most powerful of these Orishas. In most Yoruba stories, Oshun is generally depicted as the protector, savior, or nurturer of humanity. Healing, water, honey, and brass are all power sources associated with her. Her name means source, and this name could be taken to mean different things. In one respect, she is the source of all water, being the goddess of rivers after all. But also, this could be interpreted as being the source of human life, which in the Yoruba religion would have been impossible without Oshun. And one of the most expansive stories of the Yoruba religion explains why. When the earth was made, Oshun was one of the 17 Orishas sent to earth from heaven, given the task to create mankind on earth. And she was the only female Orisha of the 17. When they reached earth, the male Orishas neglected Oshun, believing that they could create human life on their own. They all tried their different powers, but none of them was successful. They consulted each other what to do, but none of them had an answer. Embarrassed, they felt too ashamed to ask Oshun for help. So they marched to heaven, going straight to the supreme god, Olodumare, and they explained to Olodumare of their failure and confessed that they did not know what to do. After hearing their plea, Olodumare simply asked, "How many of you left heaven and went to earth?" 17, they replied. Then Olodumare asked, "And how many of you are here now?" 16.
Let's go a little bit further.
And Oshun would provide for them, protect them, and build based on the pact between the people and Oshun. The people would set up their homes along the Oshun River, and Oshun would provide for them, protect them, grant their prayers if they worshipped her dutifully, making the obligatory offerings, prayers, and other rituals. It is from this belief that the Oshun festival takes place in Oshogbo each year. People travel to the Oshun River annually in August. during this 2-week festival to give their respects, make sacrifice, and ask for different things such as wealth, health, and children. The Oshun festival begins with the cleansing procession of the town, then followed by the ceremony when all the crowns of the past kings assemble and are blessed by the Arugba. The Arugba, or Calabash Kid. The Oshun festival represents a quest for the divine presence and power of the goddess Oshun, who is harnessed at this auspicious time to aid individuals and
I'm going to go a little bit further.
in Brazil, she takes the name Oxum. But in all these places, we see festivals and ceremonies dedicated to her. Whether on the African continent or abroad, Oshun continues to be worshipped by many as a deity of water, as a source of life, power, fertility, and authority. That is it for this episode of Humble History. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future episodes. I encourage you to join the Humble Squad and become a patron. By becoming a patron,
Okay. So, Oshun, as you can see, she's an African goddess. As you always see her, she loves gold. Her favorite color is yellow. She loves honey. Different things like that. She is one of the most powerful, supposedly goddesses as far as when it comes to Orishas. And that is who Beyonce and bees. Yes, bees. And also, she is, specializes in fertility. And another thing that she specializes in is twins. Okay. So Beyonce, this is who she calls upon. This is the energy that she carries within her. And when Beyonce first introduced us to Oshun, she ended up getting pregnant with twins, you guys. She did. Oshun is a very sensual, attractive goddess, specializes in fertility, love, positivity, obviously. She is very strong. To me, when you describe Oshun, it is Beyonce. And I just find it very ironic how Beyonce connects with her, because Oshun is, all she wears is yellow. She loves gold. She loves honey. She represents, I think, it's crazy, bees, and then Beyonce and the beehive. It all coincides with one another, almost as if she was meant to be guided to her, So I don't believe in different goddesses or anything like that. However, it is very interesting. And if you want to look more into that, you definitely can, because I find it very ironic how Oshun specializes in fertility in twins, and then Beyonce gets pregnant with twins. I don't believe in coincidences, you guys. I don't want to say it's bad, Rosie. I cannot say that. And the reason why I won't, as far as when it comes to these different goddesses, as far as African spirituality, look more into it. I can't say it's bad. And the reason why I won't is because there is a deeper meaning to it for Black people. If you go back to the slave days, like I said, what they say is that the white man forced Jesus on us. I'm not saying that it's true. I'm just saying that history proves that. And some slaves back then did, worship and pray to God. But then some look at it as sticking to their roots. It even goes back to the Atlantic slave trade, you guys. It is deep. Educate yourself. If that's something that you feel interested in, it is very interesting. If you take it all the way back to history, I won't insult that. I just won't. That is true. Those slaves were brought here and were raped of their culture and religion. That's it, Boston. You said it. And because of that, I'm even interested in it. And so that's why I won't call it bad, Rosie, but I'm not going to call it good either. But I will not demonize African spirituality like a lot of people do. Because we as Black people have been demonized enough. That needs to stop. Whatever it is that you choose to practice is your choice, right? Yes, roots. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. So this goes back as history, as something that we as Black people were stripped of, taken away from us. And a lot of slaves would secretly worship the Orishas and different goddesses. There's so many too. There's Oshun, there's Yemaya. It's whatever one you feel that you spiritually connect with. And it's the reason why I'm interested in it is because it goes back in history. And I'm very interested in those type of things. So definitely, and it's not just Africa. It's also very popular in Brazil. It's also very popular. It's just, they're different names, but it's also very popular in Puerto Rico, Mexico, different places like that. So definitely look that up. It's very interesting. And I'm going to show you guys one more thing before we wrap this up. Whoops. Oh, never mind. I'm still on here. Duh. I am going to you better stop it. So I wanted to show you guys these images real quick. Okay, so there very much looks like Oshun to me and what she represents. This is when Beyonce first introduced us to Oshun. No, and what is that? And oh, for goodness sakes, really? Never mind. Can I make this big? I don't even know what I just did. I think I took a screenshot of that. But this is when she was in Hold Up. And this is when she came out of the religions and traditions change over time, but so much of the world was changed by the spread of Christianity. So many original native cultures and religions have been erased. It's so sad. It is to a certain extent, Boston. It is. This is another picture of where I can tell you the exact moment when she, what do you call it? It's not summoned. It's, what the hell is it? Call upon, I don't know, but I can tell you the exact moment at the Grammys where you can tell her whole demeanor changed, as if she was Oshun. This is when Beyonce announced that she was twins. Right here, as you can see, very similar to Oshun. In one of her songs that's called Black Parade, she literally said, I am the mother, Oshun Queen Sheba. So she says it, you know. But it's just very interesting how they coincide with one another. It's almost as if she was meant to, you know, be Oshun. So that is something that I will not demonized. I don't necessarily look at this as a conspiracy theory, obviously. But you guys see right here when she came out of the water, that's when she introduced us to Oshun. And then what? Excuse me, a month later, she announced she was pregnant with twins. Invoked. Yeah, that's a word too. Yeah, invoked. So, just like I said, coincidences, you guys, I don't believe in them. I don't. I just don't. So that part there, I will not look at that part as a conspiracy theory, but let me remove this. No, there we go. Let me come on camera here. Okay. So what do you guys think? I think that this was very interesting. All right. So there's a lot of different, conspiracy theories here, but that there I feel like is not. It's very interesting, isn't it? Like if you go deep into these kinds of things, you guys, it's crazy. It's nuts. Feed your brain. Like I'm telling you guys, it's so very interesting. I don't even know what other word I can say. I thank you, Boston. I know some people may think that, okay, I know some people may think of it as a bad thing as far as different goddesses. I look at it as only one God. That's the way that I was raised. However, I am very interested in these kinds of things. I'm interested in knowing about African spirituality. And the one thing that I can tell you guys is that it is very demonized, and I don't like that. So when a lot of people really know, why did you do that? Just sorry, you guys. Duty calls with the kiddos, but she definitely did. He was the one who introduced her to witchcraft. Okay, let me read some of these comments because I really want to know what you guys think. evoked. Heather said it. Evoke too. I'm interested in all different ancient religions and beliefs. I'm definitely going to take a deeper look into African spirituality. Excuse me. I definitely recommend it, Rosie. Water is related to Oshun. Yes. Water, anything sweet, really. So when people set up altars to, if you guys want to do a video about this, we definitely will. How about that? How about we do a video about Orishas? That would be fun. Excuse me. But she definitely represents water and honey and, you know, bees and all that kind of stuff. Everything that Beyonce is. Maybe it was just the catalyst for her tapping into her roots. Hold on, she definitely did. Maybe the poem was about calling, excuse me, on Oshun for goddess. Well, that poem that I read definitely wasn't. That poem was talking about cheating and pretty much JayZ and how she tried to change everything about her in order for him not to cheat, in order for him to like love her and things like that. No, I don't think that that has to do with Oshun. But there is, hold on one second, I have to look something up real quick.
Naturally learn about Oshun through Beyonce and just how they collection. Just because you are beautiful, just because you are stunning, just because you love dressing up, wearing, I'm gonna get real cute. I'm gonna step out. Let's get into the stuff.
Okay, another thing that I wanted to tell you guys is about Oshun is she's actually the queen of spell casting because of her effect that she has on men. Okay, Oshun is one of those goddesses that, and again, to me, it goes back to Beyonce, one of those goddesses that people gravitate to. When she walks into a room, she's noticed. She was known for like her sweet water. You know, every man wanted her, every man. And she literally is the youngest goddess. And there's just so much about her that definitely to me coincides with Beyonce. But she is known for casting spells and of love and fertility and being sensual. And another thing that's very interesting is I feel like a lot of women, God bless you, a lot of women think that just because you're a beautiful woman and sensual and you're noticed when you walk into a room doesn't necessarily mean that you can connect with Oshun. Maybe, Rosie, I'm not sure, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can connect with Oshun. It just depends on what deity that you yourself connect with, because every one of the Orishas is different. So Interesting. The ex-drummer said B used spells to yes. Yes. These are not all coincidences, y'all. Like, it's crazy. But it's also called something else besides invoke, you guys. And that's what I'm trying to look up. Hold on. Okay. Once I figure it out, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, you'd be surprised. She just represents love, sensual, sexuality. That's what Oshun represents. But at the end of the day, it's not something that I'm going to say that is bad. I will not. I'm not going to say it's good either. I'm not going to say that it changes my mind towards what I believe in, but it's definitely something that I'm interested in. And it's not just, and African spirituality is not just for Black women. Obviously, it's something that is practiced more by Black women, but it's for any woman, whatever Orisha you feel like you connect with. And believe it or not, a lot of women do. A lot of women do. That's the only part of Beyonce as far as this video that I'm not going to call a conspiracy theory. This is very much real. And, we all believe in something, right? I definitely could never walk around calling myself a god. But that's something that JayZ and Beyonce both do, and that's on them. And if you are interested, JayZ calls himself Massa Musa, reincarnated. And if you don't know who Massa Musa is, he was the richest man in the world that they completely stripped out of history because he's Black. Dig that up and see what you find. It's so much, you guys. I could go on for hours and hours, but yes, that's who JayZ looks at himself as, Massa Musa. And he literally was one of the richest men in the world. And of course, and I'm talking about richer than Bill Gates, richer than anybody, but they just stripped him from the history because he is Black. That's another story for a different day. But, everybody has different beliefs. What my concern is with Beyonce and JayZ is that she practices her witchcraft not in a good way. You shouldn't have to do witchcraft on your fans and things like that. That's my only problem. But it's not going to change, as me being a fan of Beyonce and thinking that she's literally an inspiring woman, and she's very empowering, and I'm all about that. I'm all about empowering women and encouraging women to think for themselves and encouraging women to reach for the stars. Don't be afraid. Sometimes we kind of stop ourselves from doing things because we think we can't. Don't do that. Reach for the stars. Whatever it is that you want, go for it. Like, think for yourself. Have an open mind. Think critically. And just, love yourself and know that you're beautiful. Teaya Boston can co-present. She got all the dots connected. She does. She's been connecting a lot of dots, especially when it comes to, but I understand that Boston is a fan of Beyonce too. And I am. I'm not going to, whitewashing makes me so mad. That's what it is. But Massa Musa, Yes. And how crazy is that JayZ is one of the most, he is a billionaire. Now, right now, Kanye West is beating him. But JayZ literally is the first, they say he was one of the first Black billionaires in rap or whatever. It's crazy that Kanye's beating him now. It's so crazy. But at the end of the day, you know, these are all things that are very interesting, and I'm glad that I was able to share these things with you. The rabbit hole goes deep. There's so much more. I'm not saying that I'm going to do a part 3, but I definitely will be touching on this again. And now LeBron James is as well. Yes, I love it. You know, it's a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong. But I even, like, when I think of Oshun, I think of my mom, which I've always told you guys that my mother, to me, reminds me of Beyonce, or vice versa. Beyonce reminds me of my mother, because my mother was that way. She was just that woman where she walked into a room and heads would turn and people just gravitated to her. She was very beautiful and she loved gold. She loved the color yellow. So I've always thought of it that way, which makes me think or wonder if my mother has ever practiced this, like maybe in the past or something. I have to dig deep with it. It's all about using it for good, not against people's free will. Exactly, Rosie. Exactly. And I'm pretty sure Goose just, did you just put information about him? Is this like a video about him, Goose? Definitely look into that. He was the richest man in the world and literally was just wiped out of history. It's very sad. It's very sad. But it's reality. It is what it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Okay, so it's a documentary. Thank you, Goose. Okay. So yes, Goose posted the documentary. Definitely check it out. This was so much fun, you guys. I thought Kim was with Drake now. I didn't know that. Did I hear Kanye and Kim are Kimya again? Well, from what I heard, Kanye West is with a model now. I don't see them two getting back together. But maybe they will. I don't know. I hope not. I think a lot of, yeah, we can go down the rabbit hole of the Kardashians too if you want to, because they definitely, there's some questionable things about them too. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know it's all over the place, but it was just me trying to be informative and let you guys know different things. It definitely went longer than I wanted it to, but that's okay. This was very fun, and just, you know, look into conspiracy theories, even if you don't believe in them. It's definitely forced to make you look at things a little bit differently, and especially because it's used. You can say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Like and subscribe. No.
All right.
Sub.
Get ready for bed.
Sub.
You go too.
I said sub.
Thank you. Thank
and
you.
Also like and leave on notifications.
Yeah.
See
Notifications.
video.
Yeah. Okay.
Trade to like, subscribe.
Subscribe. Very good. Very good. Okay, come on.
Hi guys, today we play there's mommy.
Mwah.
Today we play Minecraft and it's to pronunciate it now.
LeBron James.
Yes, it's to pronunciate is here.
You're talking too fast. Okay, say goodnight to everybody. Say goodnight.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. I think this was so much fun. It felt like so, I don't know, like just girls having like a sleepover, hanging out, talking about conspiracy theories. How much fun is that? Like, we will discuss more conspiracy theories. I promise you guys. I don't think I'll be live tomorrow, but if I do, it'll just be random. It's not going to be scheduled or anything like that. I do want to talk about Katie Joy being sued again. Will she ever learn, you guys? At this point, it's comical. Like, this woman will never learn to quit slandering people. Like, she just can't help herself, can she? Yes, it totally did that. This was great. Nice chatting with everyone. Yes, it was very nice chatting with all of you. I absolutely adore every single one of you guys. Thank you for being so patient with me while I'm like trying to find things and stuff like that. But I just wanted to be able to give you guys a visual of things. No, thanks, Rosie. He's like just he thinks he's a YouTuber and he's obsessed with himself. That's all I could say. Very obsessed with himself. But yeah, I'll probably be talking about that tomorrow or the next day. Don't forget about the Black Creators video that I'm going to do. And I thank you guys so much for being here. I had so much fun and I can't wait to do this again. Just remember to educate yourself. I know some of these things are very, very hard to believe. But once you start seeing the different coincidences, you guys, it literally makes you think differently, right? I'm sorry if I offended anybody because that's not what I'm trying to do. I don't want people, and that's one of the reasons why I said, African spirituality, look it up, you guys. It's so interesting. And it's just so crazy how, every story kind of coincides with the Bible. And yes, without a crystal ball is getting sued again by Todd Chrisley. Chrissy. I don't know. But she's getting sued again for slandering somebody like she always does. Open your mind, educate yourself, open yourself up. Exactly, Boston. It helps us grow as people. I agree. Educate yourself, open yourself up. You have to understand, you guys, that life, things are being used on our kids. You should want to know these things that are right in front of your face. It's literally hidden in plain sight. Educate yourself. Open your mind. And I know sometimes it can be hard, but how many more excuses can you make? Oh no, that's just a coincidence. No, I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in them maybe once, not 50 million times. Okay. It is not a coincidence to me that Beyonce announces for the first time, comes out as Oshun, and then like a couple months later, she announces that she's pregnant with twins, and Oshun specializes in twins. How can that be a coincidence? No. The more we understand each other and each other's points of views and beliefs, the more the world will be a better place. I agree. I 100% agree, Boston. So I hope that you guys enjoyed being here with me. If there's ever anything that you guys want to talk about, we are more than welcome. You guys are more than welcome to email me if you want to. Message me, and we can definitely talk about whatever. I don't care. You know, maybe one day we'll just talk about random things. But I'm very, very proud of all of you guys. I'm very, very proud of my mods tonight. It was probably from watching the opening ceremonies tonight. I'm all about world peace right now. But I do think it's really good, Boston, that you know about how whitewashed the world is. You know, not many people believe in that. And it's very, very hard to explain to people, especially not saying anything wrong with that. But hold on. Sorry, you guys. My kids are out of control right now because it's time for them to go to bed and they're trying to keep themselves up. That's fine, Boston. I'm the corny queen. See, there I go again. What opening ceremonies are you talking about, Boston? But yeah, did I put? Never mind. I'll put it next time. I'm glad you guys had fun though. The Olympics. Oh, I don't watch that. I'm not into it. But I absolutely adore you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. And thank you for being so open-minded. We will discuss more about this. There's so many things to talk about, and we'll talk about them. And if there's ever anything that you want to talk about, like I said, you can email me. You can message me on Facebook. Don't forget to follow my Facebook group. You can message me on Instagram or Twitter, whatever floats your boat. I'm not either, but I always watch the opening ceremonies. I probably should start watching the opening ceremonies. But one thing I will tell you guys is I can't wait till Beyonce actually comes back. Like, she hasn't, she's been gone for a while. She took a long break. So, but thank you guys so much for being amazing. I absolutely love every single one of you. Thank you for the support. Do not forget to thumbs up the video or thumbs down, whatever. It's all interaction, sweethearts. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you haven't already. Remember how beautiful you are. Your imperfections are what make you beautiful. And educate yourself. Knowledge is power. And some of these things you might not believe, but you might be surprised at a majority of the things that you will believe if you do your research. Stop it. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go put these kiddos to bed. And okay, you guys, I'm so done. Like, these kids are driving me crazy. So I love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next one. Sleep well, everyone, and thank you for being so amazing as usual. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye.